2016 may have been a dark year for many people. There's been a lot of things going on that has definitely cast a massive shadow over things that has happened in this calendar year, but there has been some bright spots, specifically in sports and in the beautiful game. Kev, what is your standout moment from 2016?
For me, it's Our Father who art in heaven. The Irish fans sing to no one on the train, or Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I mean, the fans from Ireland at the Euros were simply phenomenal. The Iceland fans, with their chant in the crowd as well. That was the positive side of the Euros when it comes to the fans. Those two, the Welsh fans were exceptional as well. Then you had the English and the Russian scumbags. I can't say they were all like that. That'd be wrong. Absolutely terrible to say. But the Russian hooligans and the English that joined in on those acts, that we saw, the sheer acts of terror and brutality at the Euros, that will stand out to me as something that I will never forget in 2016. It was a strange year. We saw the passing of Johan Cruyff, a legend of the game. We saw some miraculous performances like Leicester City. But for me, looking back on the Euros, that's what I'll remember. The joyous fans that celebrated the occasion and the brutality and sheer horror of some of the others.
I'm right there with you in my suggestion, and I'll get to it in a minute. I just have to give an honourable mention, though, to a video that has circulated more so in our feeds in regarding to the world's most beautiful game. Christian Fuchs, his video in the Vardy party at Jamie Vardy's house, so ironic, where he documented the moment after Chelsea tied Tottenham 2-2 when they won the Premier League. That video still gives me chills watching it. Just a remarkable accomplishment, phenomenal, and I think that definitely has definitely a place as a standout moment in 2016. But I'm right there with you, specifically with Iceland. I've never seen a country unite the way Iceland united for the Euro 2016. They have a population the same size as Leicester, and they beat England in the Euro 2016. And I'm not just rubbing more salt in the English wounds here, but when they chanted together with their fans, that is everything that football is about. It is binding everyone together. It is grabbing all countrymen, regardless of race, ethnicity, to watch this sport and to get behind a team that you support. I was an Iceland fan in the Euros, not just because they were playing against England, just the way I was a Leicester fan throughout the Premier League. It was a year of the underdog. So as much as I will specify that Iceland and their fans were, I would say, the significant moment of 2016, I think overall it was the underdogs. I think the underdogs provided some of the most memorable moments in 2016, so they get that call from me.
Yeah, I can't disagree on the underdogs. The other thing I was thinking about was Neymar, Messi and Suarez, the era of MSN, and them clicking as a trident up front, and arguably the greatest trident ever. I mean, we saw one with Cruyff. I mentioned Johan Cruyff. Cruyff it was Rijkaard, Ruud Gullit and Van Basten had a phenomenal trident up front, the Dutch trident. But for me and my generation, and I think our generation, I think I can speak for you in saying that this is the greatest and most exhilarating threesome we've ever seen up front. So to see that happen this year in 2016 was just a joy to watch as well.
Yeah, it's right there with the Henrik Larsson, Chris Sutton and John Hartson of the mighty Glasgow Celtic, Kev. I think that's the only one that we're close to. But as we said, 2016 played with some dark moments, but with some bright spots. I think there has to be an honourable mention for the way the footballing community united after the horrible disaster of Chapecoense, the way that everyone kind of got behind to try and support that team, the fantastic symbolic moment where giving them the trophy as a means to show the support for that horrible tragedy. So I think that deserves a mention. But 2016, despite it being an up and down year for many, political, with some historic deaths in there with the likes of Prince and David Bowie, it was another fantastic year for the world of football. So let's all remember it in that light. Kevin Egan and Francis Maxwell right here, 120 Sports, box to box.